Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. This one is entitled Desert Island Discs, Only Girls Allowed. Now originally I was going to do 10 girls, female solo singers or all girl bands, but I had so many I couldn't get it down to 10, and so I decided just to do female solo singers. So 10 albums by female solo singers plus one compilation album, greatest hits if you like, to make it up to 11. Okay, so I try to get as many genres in as possible because they are desert island discs and you just don't want the same sort of stuff, and only one album per artist. So start off with Kate Bush's The Dreaming in 1982, absolutely brilliant album, features the excellent Sat in Your Lap, the nearly as good Suspended in Gaffa. The Dreaming itself is like Aboriginal Australia, is a wonderful track, and then the Cockney of There Goes the Tenor. This is weird album, like things like Night of the Swallow has a very Irish tinge to it. And what else is on this? Pull Out the Pin, she's screaming her head off, which is great. And there's another one, Get Out of My House, which is screaming her head off as well. So yeah, no, it's a really strong album. It didn't do too well with the critics at the time, but now I think a lot of people look at this as one of her best. It's up there. It's always been my favourite album of hers. I didn't buy it in '82. I got it actually for Christmas in 1985, along with Elton John's A Single Man. Remember that? But I just loved it from the off, and I thought, why people not like this? But still my favourite, The Dreaming, Kate Bush. Second one, and is Breaking Glass by Hazel O'Connor, and this is very new wavy, it's quite punk influenced as well. You have the big hit single Eighth Day, which is epic, and then you have the other big hit single Will You, which has got that saxophone solo that is almost nearly becoming as famous as Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty. Other great tracks are Writings on the Wall, Monsters in Disguise, Give Me an Inch was also a single. Excellent album. It is her best. She's come close, but this is one that is still on top for her. Brilliant album. Next up we have Grace Jones and Living My Life. I was very close to picking Night Clubbing, but I went with this because side one of this is immense. My Jamaican Guy, which was a single in '83. This album came out in the late '82. I bought the single, loved it, absolutely loved it, and this is the full length version, over 6 minutes. Nipple to the Bottle and The Apple Stretching was like a double A side, a single as well, and that's side one. Other great songs are Cry Now Laugh Later, Inspiration, and Unlimited Capacity for Love. It's a fantastic album. Grace Jones, this, Night Clubbing, and the one before it, which was Warm Leatherette, I believe, are all very sound albums. I don't really know the one that she had a lot of success with, Slave to the Rhythm. I think I've got it, but it's scratched the heck and you just can't play it, jumps all over the place. So, and it's also very expensive to get, so I may look out for a CD of that, but this is fantastic, and this gets into my Desert Island Discs. You may laugh, but this is a superb album, and it's Barbra Streisand. I know Barry Gibb's on the cover here, but he's not. This is a Barbra Streisand album. It's actually a Bee Gees album with Barbra Streisand singing. Her vocals on this are immense. Woman in Love I still think is magnificent. Run Wild is just as good, and the vocals on The Love Inside, oh man, it's really, really good. Now, this is Barbra Streisand singing songs I like. Now, other Barbra Streisand songs I've heard, I just don't like the songs. She's a great singer, but it's this sort of stuff I like to hear her sing, and it is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful album. So, Guilty, Barbra Streisand. Melanie, Gather Me. Now, this is the Flower Power child. She played Woodstock, the original Woodstock. This here I think came out in 1971 or 72, and this is the one with her #1 hit in America, Brand New Key. It's a single I actually bought whenever I was about 6 years old, so it was one of the very first singles actually that I owned, and it's also the inspiration for the Wurzels doing Combine Harvester. It's the same song but with different lyrics, of course. But this is a great album as well. Ring Around the Moon, Ring the Living Bell, sorry, Ring Around the Moon's only a little bit. It's a little short piece. Ring the Living Bell is fantastic, as is Someday I'll Be a Farmer, which is even catchier than Brand New Key. Little Bit of Me is wonderful, Railroad's great, Centre of the Circle, and the beautiful Baby Day is on this as well, an absolute cracking song. Yeah, I do like Melanie. Melanie can sing really nice, soft and gentle, and then she just lets rip and your eardrums will burst, so you just have to be careful that she doesn't take you by surprise. But yeah, big fan of Melanie Safka. You don't really see her albums about here. I think they're very common in dollar bins in the States. Also, this is just pure pop from 1983, and this is really, really good. And it's Cyndi Lauper's She's So Unusual. Absolutely fantastic album. Again, side one is brilliant. Money Changes Everything. Girls just want to have fun. Like, it's fun. That's exactly what the title says. My favourite song on this is the Prince song, When You Were Mine, and there's a good video of her doing that on YouTube. Time After Time was a big hit. She Bop was a big hit in America. All Through the Night. It's all wonderful stuff. And it's a really, really strong pop album. So Cyndi Lauper would get in as well. Okay, we'll go on to the CDs here, and this one I showed in a previous video, a recent video. Tanita Tikaram, and yes, I'm going to go with Sentimental. I really worked out which Tanita album I would take, but this is the jazzy one, and this is something different. Yeah, I was close to picking a Tanita Greatest Hits, but no, this is a perfect piece of work. It's only about 35 minutes long. Songs like Something New, Play Me Again, My Love, and the duet with Nick Lowe, Don't Let the Cold. Okay, Nick Lowe sings in one song, but it's Tanita Tikaram. So this will also get in to the top 10. Another pure pop album, and this is from 2010, and this is Eliza Doolittle. And she's had 3 albums, 2 on CD and 1 on download stroke very limited vinyl. This is almost like 60s pop as well, but this is magnificent. The song Pack Up is awesome song. I always tell the story that I saw it on YouTube because somebody says to me on Facebook, look up this song, you'll like it. I played it once and I went straight out of the house to the Morrisons, I think it was, and bought the CD. Skinny Jeans is fantastic, Money Box is great, Go Home is a beautiful song, Police Car is great. It's just an absolutely wonderful song, back to front. Brilliant, brilliant album. I would love this in vinyl as well, but I don't think it will ever happen. So Eliza Doolittle. This one I've also showed before as well, and this is Andrea Corr and Lifelines. And this is her second solo album, and these are all cover versions. Now, they're all cover versions of really strong songs. For example, From the Morning was a Nick Drake song. Lifeline was a Harry Nilsson song. Tomorrow in Our Eyes, Ron Sexsmith song. State of Independence, of course, it was John and Vangelis, which was a hit for Donna Summer. I never picked a Donna Summer album. Oh, well, never worry. Pale Blue Eyes, which I'm going to link below, the Velvet Underground. And I'm also going to link another one off this, and it's her version of Number 9 Dream, which I think is as good, if not better, than John Lennon's. She also does They Don't Know, Kirsty MacColl's song. And the other big one off this is Blue Bayou, which is gorgeous, the Roy Orbison song. Not on this version, but on the deluxe version, she also does The Doors' Crystal Ship. So she's doing highly acclaimed songs. And then I was looking at who actually plays in this, and Kevin Armstrong, who played with Thomas Dolby, he also backed David Bowie along with Thomas Dolby at Live Aid, and played with Tin Machine, plays the guitars in this, and most notably Brian Eno plays the keyboards in this, and it actually has backing vocals on Pale Blue Eyes. This is a fantastic LP, absolutely brilliant. It's better for me than any Corrs albums, and I do like the Corrs, but this is magnificent. Okay, and then we have a little bit of country, and this here album's just blowing me away. I'm not really a country fan, well, I'm not a country fan at all, but this is real yee-haw country, and this is Carlene Carter, and this is I Fell in Love, and I think this is magnificent, from 1990. She does a version of My Dixie Darling, which is an old Carter family song, and funny enough, this album actually made me go and explore the Carter family from the 1920s and 1930s with A.P. Carter, Mother Maybelle, and Sarah, who's got a very deep voice. And this is actually quite good, very primitive recordings, like, but it's actually very good. If you hear the version of Are You Lonesome Tonight on this, you know, you think, oh my god, it's completely different to Elvis Presley. But they also do Dixie Darling in this. But this is so uplifting. This is one of my favourite albums of the 90s actually. It's so uplifting. And to see her actually perform, you know, on YouTube around that time, even now, she's so bubbly. She gets all her personality from her mother June. Because she was bubbly as well. Like, if you even watch June Carter way back in the 50s being interviewed, she is hilarious. She is so much fun, and Carlene gets all that as well. So this is a definite one of the first choices to go into this top 10. I absolutely love it. She was the wife of Nick Lowe as well, but when this was released, I think they had already separated or even divorced. So Carlene Carter, I Fell in Love. And then the one greatest hits I'm going to pick, and it's going to be Suzi Quatro, and this is the bit of glam that gets in. It's not just glam, there's like smoky type songs in this as well. It's the Chin and Chapman songs. So you have Can the Can, 48 Crash, She's in Love with You, The Wild One, Devilgate Drive, Daytona Demon, which I absolutely love. It wasn't a huge hit though. What's the other one? If You Can't Give Me Love. This is brilliant. I've been playing Suzi Quatro constantly over this lockdown, and I will be doing a ranking video on her singles to go along with the Sweet T-Rex and Slade. That'll be coming up pretty soon. So Suzi Quatro will get the greatest hits. So those are my 10 Desert Island albums of female solo singers only, plus the one greatest hits. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.